This is our second last day in Illieisit, and we're off to do a walk around the town and check out the sights. It's quite amazing, in these small towns the roads don't go very far. The longest one is about 3 kilometres. As you go around the town, most of the roads end up in dead ends, and at the end of those roads are dogs, and plenty of them. There's more dogs in this town than there are people. Most nights you can hear the dogs howling away in the distance. There are quite a lot of tourist shops here. The tourist industry is getting bigger and bigger by the year. And one of the interesting things, the museum and the church in town. While we were going down to see the museum, we bump into the minister of the parish, and tells us a little bit about the history of this house and the church.
Explorer. He was born in this house.
Oh, he born here?
Yeah, because he was half Greenlandic, half Danish.
And he's a great hero.
Yes,
Yeah.
he is. For us Danes, he is famous.
Yeah.
And thanks to him, all the myth and traditional stories from the Inuit people all around the Arctic Circle is gathered in 5 volumes of books.
Yes.
Because he traveled for 3 years, not providing anything on the sledge. They provide what they had to need to eat on the way. He traveled with 2 polar Eskimos, and then he talked to people because he was so good with people.
Such an inquiring mind.
Yes.
Yes.
And he write it all down, and now he had for the past for us to read.
Yeah,
And I still actually. I had a small gallery until a month ago, and one of the artists, I persuaded her to make a painted story of 24 of the myth tales, and I have made exhibition in Europe and in Greenland with these paintings.
Oh,
It's amazing.
yes.
Because it gave us inspiration. And the first floor was a hospital, the first hospital in town.
Right.
Yes, you get up the stairs.
You got upstairs to the hospital?
Yeah.
The church was downstairs.
And the church room was divided in half, and there was the dwelling of the catechist or the missionary in this side, and this was the school room.
Oh.
So, and the story is that in 1741 the missionaries come up here, and some of the people, the local hunters, had seen the church in Sicily where they come from, and they want to raise a church themselves. But the missionaries said, you have to pay yourself. So they sold out the blubber from the whales, and it was cooked in huge barrels and made into oil, and it was used in the street lamps of Europe.
Yeah.
And the income from that could make the 2/3 of the cost of this church.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So much money came from the way.
Yeah.
So they would have imported all the timber?
Yeah, it's from Norway and Poland.
Yeah.
Because the only natural wood in Greenland is driftwood, coming from the rivers of Siberia, coming north of the ice sea, and between the waters between Canada and Greenland coming down. And you can see, today you can see the Disco Island out there.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there, outside this island there is a small island, and the timber will come on shore with the streams. And people are going out there in the old times and pick up the driftwood. And that was the only way we got.
And yet all the buildings are made of wood. Well, I suppose.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's all shipped up here.
Oh.
Yeah.
But in the old times, the Inuit people in winter time, they were living in turf houses. And the construction, the roof construction, was not made of of timber, but of the ribs from whales.
And all the turf over the top.
You can see, when you approach the museum, you can see the ribs from a baleen whale.
Yeah.
And it's huge. And the jaws.
Yeah. Fascinating.
You have to imagine that people have lived up here and only survived on the seal and the whales.
Yep.
That's what they got. Some of them could never think of eating fish
Yeah.
because that was low status.
Oh.
Imagine.
Yeah, imagine. I
Yeah.
Yes.
And they provided the heat and the light from the blubber.
Yeah.
They cooked it in a soapstone stove. That's amazing.
Yeah.
When you approach the site of St. Agnes, you can have an imagination how, and imagine in the 28th of May, the sun will stay on the sky all day. And until July, the last approximately, the sun will go under horizon again. But on the 28th of November, until the 13th of January, there is no sun. It's under the horizon. So
It's dark.
it's dark. So you're real lucky when a woman come up to you on the 20th of November and say, "Will you want to stay the night here?" She's
It's for fun.
Yeah, sure.
That's a good story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
But not on the 28th of May.
No.
When you venture into these parts of the world, the history is quite remarkable, and you don't realise what's happened in the last 1,000 years or the last 200 years.